Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I know it has been an insanely long time since I last uploaded a video here, and I'm sorry about that. It looks like it's been 8 months since my last video, but some big things have happened in my life. If you don't follow me on Instagram, I am living in South Korea now. That is something that I mentioned in a YouTube video a long time ago. It was one of my goals that I had written in my planner. I wanted to come to South Korea and teach, and it finally happened. One of my biggest goals, dreams in life has come true, and it's been a very exciting 3 months. I've been here 3 months, and it's really wreaked havoc on my planning system. So this video is not so much going to be a planner flip and look at my deco like past videos. This is going to be a little bit about what's kind of working for me and what's not working for me at the moment sort of video. It's just going to be more of a planner talk video. I really wanted to film a video for you guys where everything was perfect and I could show you all the cute deco like I usually do in these planners, but that's just not the reality of my system right now. So I just want to show you kind of the reality of what's working for me right now. This is probably going to be a really long and chatty video, but we're going to start with the planners that aren't working for me and why they aren't working at the moment. So as most of you may know, I was in a personal wide rings and a pocket rings for the majority of 2018, and I really love these two planners. They have stopped working for me since I arrived in Korea though, and I think the main reason for that is because my needs have changed so much. So back home, I had a couple sections that I just no longer need. One being my shop section. I am no longer doing my Etsy shop, so I don't need a shop section anymore. My weekly planning system has changed quite a bit as well. Back home, I was using a week on 4 pages, and now my weeks are pretty much the same, so I don't need a daily to-do list. I'm better off with a weekly to-do list now, so I don't need all these big pages for planning. I don't need all this space for planning daily. I had just set up this planner right before I left, and it's kind of a bummer because it was really cute deco in here. But yeah, I'm just not using it at the moment, unfortunately. But I will show you guys some of the deco. The other section I'm not using is this Korea section, so I had that section in here to write a list of all the things that I needed to do before my move to Korea, and I'm already here, so I don't need that section anymore. But anyway, so that's a little look at the cute, fun deco that I have going on in this planner. It's a real shame that it's not getting used. So personal wide rings, I finally just decided to shelve at the moment. The next one I'm not using at the moment is my pocket rings. And this one really kills me because I love my pocket rings. And I had just redone the deco in this one as well. So I had done a whole new setup in here. I have these adorable little dividers. Everything in here is just so cute. But the reason I'm not using my pocket rings is because I'm scared to. So now that I'm here in Korea, I'm using public transportation, and things are getting thrown in my backpack or in my purse, and I'm kind of rushing on and off buses and subways, and things are getting a little smushed. And I am just so terrified of my pocket rings being messed up in my backpack. I'm really afraid to wreck my rings, and I found myself just not carrying them for that reason. So I'm not using my pocket rings because this is very much an on-the-go planner, and I'm afraid to take it on the go. So it's not being used at the moment, despite the fact that it has some really cute deco as well. I made this really cute little back pocket for it that I just loved so much. But yeah, so, and of course it's my botanical rose, and now it's the only botanical rose that I'm going to own because this color was discontinued. So now let's talk about the planners that I am using. I am using these 3 planners at the moment, and really only one of these is a planner. We're going to start with these 2 though. This is a hand-stitched leather tee that I bought secondhand, and I absolutely love this book. This notebook is just some of the softest leather I've ever had the privilege to hold. It's a really beautifully well done notebook. If you can get your hands on one, I highly recommend it. But this book is housing my A6 Stalogy. And this is my memory keeper. So this little book is going to be all of the kind of happy, positive things that are happening in my life. I started it off with some 2019 goals, and I have since added just a few little happy memories that I want to keep in mind. This is a party that I had before I left home. And these are the things that have happened since I've arrived in Korea, or some of the highlights that have happened since I've arrived in Korea. Lots of things have happened, but these were some of the highlights. So I really like the idea of having this for years to come and just remembering all of the fun things that I've experienced here. I definitely need to do a better job of keeping up with this though. As you can see, I haven't done much. This is a big book. It'll probably last me well past my time here in Korea, so I'm really excited about having this as a keepsake. The next thing I have here is my B6 Stalogy, and this is in a Salty Katie Code jelly cover. I do have a Foxy Fix lilac cover on the way for this. This one I can't show you as much of because this is my personal journal. So this has everything in it. This is happy, fun memories. This is everything. This is whatever is on my mind that I need to get out, I am writing in this journal. So this one is not as pretty, although I do some deco, some stickers, some watercoloring and things like that. I am less concerned with keeping this one pretty because this is just for me. So these two are basically journals. This is the one planner I am using at the moment. And yes, I have jumped on the Hobonichi Weeks bandwagon like so many others. This is actually the second year that I've used a Hobonichi Weeks, though. I used a Hobonichi Weeks last year as my work planner. And so when the whole idea of decoing and all the fun stuff came out about Hobonichi Weeks, I thought it was really odd because the one I used last year was totally functional, no deco, no stickers, nothing cutesy, no washi, nothing. Completely functional. So this has taken on a whole new life, and I'm so excited about how much fun the planner community is having with the Hobonichi Weeks, and I am totally on board for it. I will admit I was a little resistant to it at first. Even if you listen to my stories, I know I even said, this isn't working for me, I don't know, I have to find something else. But for whatever reason, the Hobonichi Weeks suddenly clicked with me, and it's working wonderfully for me. So I did some fun washi in here. I have my cute little Tony Stark from Art and Grace in here. This is one of my favorite things in the whole wide world. And of course, this is also one of my favorite things in the whole wide world. My TOP die cut from Hello Paper Cat. I will leave the link to her shop down below. It's one of my favorites. So what do I have going on in here? Of course, I have my monthly view. Monthly views are very important to me. I'm definitely going to start using this as a step counter. I just need to get a step counter watch. Of course, living in Korea, I am doing a ton of walking. I walk to and from school every day. I walk at least an hour every day. So this is going to be very interesting to see. Yesterday, I went out to a lake and I did so much walking, and I'm really curious to see how much walking I'm doing. It would be really fascinating to have compared it to before I went to Korea, or before I moved here to Korea, but unfortunately I can't do that. But I will definitely keep track of it now. I just need to get my watch. I think I'm just going to order a cheap watch off of Gmarket and then go from there. If I like it, maybe invest in a nicer one at some point. But anyway, so I'm using my monthly view. I always enjoy a monthly view, so I use it to write down important dates and keep track of my cycle, things like that. And then we get into the weekly. I didn't get this planner until maybe, I'd say February. Well, obviously I got it in February, right? I got it right before I moved to Korea. So I got it in February. So I did not plan in here for November, December. January and most of February. So the pages you are seeing here is all back planning. And some of it is just stuff I kind of filled in just so that way I didn't have empty pages because I was using this so religiously that I hated seeing empty pages in here. So I had to go back and fill them in. So I did that. So some of these are not very pretty, but that's okay. Here is where I actually started using this in real time and started to try to get a little bit more creative with my spreads, and I was trying different things. So one of the things I really, really enjoy about the Hobonichi weeks is the fact that you can do something new every week. Actually, just this week here, I used my first ever Hobonichi kit from the Coffee Monsters Co. But all the rest is just random deco and stuff that I had lying around. So this little planner is really, really working for me. But there are elements of my ring-bound planners that I am missing at the moment. So I'm missing all my list and all my finance stuff. And so I have decided that in addition to this Hobonichi weeks, I am going to move back to a TN. That's right, I'm going to move back to an A6 TN. Now that is going to take some time. One of the struggles of living in Korea is waiting for things to arrive to me. I ordered the cover for my B6 here probably late February. Here we are in May and it still hasn't reached me. So waiting for things is definitely a struggle. I have placed an A6 TN on order, but it'll be a very long time till I see that. So in the meantime, I am using the notes section of my Hobonichi weeks of random lists back here. And I am still using my personal wide for certain sections, such as my finance section and my list section. It's not ideal to be using that giant planner just for, I shouldn't say giant, but that large planner for just one section, but it's what I have at the moment, so it's what I'm using. So I'm very much looking forward to getting my A6 TN in and setting up all those smaller sections and having a smaller, compact planner that doesn't have rings, so I can throw it into my bag a little more fearlessly and take it with me on the go. That is definitely something that I love about this Hobonichi, that I can throw it in my bag and I'm not worried about it getting messed up or the rings getting bent. I, of course, worry about my Foxy Fix cover here. I have a beautiful spice pepper cover from the Foxy Fix. I love this leather so much. I had a Foxy Fix personal rings for a while and I loved that planner. I sold it and I missed the leather, so I decided to get it in the Foxy Fix cover here, and it has been wonderful. It has really made this Hobonichi weeks that much more enjoyable for me. There's just something about having that leather notebook that makes it so much better. So that's what I have going on at the moment. That is my not so perfect yet working for me planner system. I spent a lot of time actually when I first arrived in Korea not using planner at all, and I was really sad about that because I love using my planner. So the fact that I've really fallen in love with this Hobonichi weeks here, I'd say in the past month, has been great for me. I've really enjoyed using it. I definitely miss my rings, and hopefully one day we'll go back to them. Actually, I know one day I will go back to my rings, but I've decided to just let it go. At the moment, the ring system is not working for me, and that's okay. I'm going to move back into my TN. I'm going to enjoy that life again, and then one day I'll move back into rings, and I'll enjoy those again. I think that's one of my favorite things about the planner system and the planner community is trying new things and enjoying new things. There's this elusive planner piece that we always are chasing. I've thrown the term planner piece around a lot, and I think that just means being happy with the system you're in at the moment. That doesn't mean that that's the system you're going to be in forever, and that doesn't mean that the system you left you'll never go back to. I think it just means being happy with what you have at the moment. And if you want to try new things, try new things. And I am telling myself that more than anyone else. So anyway, guys, I hope that you enjoyed this little video. I know it was a little out of format for me, but I definitely want to try doing some more videos this year. Maybe even doing some Korea specific videos. If you'd like to see anything specific about Korea, leave it in the comments. If you want to see anything specific about my planners or my planner system, leave those in the comments as well. I'm really hoping to revamp my YouTube channel. That was definitely one of my goals for 2019 and being here in Korea. So let me know what you'd like to see in the comments down below. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!